Waiting and waiting. Here we go. Everyone is ready. You can hear the engines. And now, as soon as the 5 lights come off, we'll be ready. The 5 lights are on, and the Mexican Grand Prix is underway. Here we go. Who's going to be leading going into turn 1? Owen Howe already overtaking Fimpas. Fimpas has an awful start, and already into turn 1 we go. Who's going to be leading? Alan leads. Fimpas is losing place after place. We see, oh my God, is Alia into turn 1, getting second place. It's going to be, oh, look at that side by side here. Darren and Owen Howe fighting for third place. There is a battle going on down the background. Fimpas is struggling. Look at how much he is on the side of mediums. In between both of them goes Beast. Oh my goodness, he's surely not gonna go for it. Fimpas loses a little bit with the car. He's losing place after place. This man can't take a break. And look at that in the background. Everyone's scrapping away. Oh, look at that. They tango through the oh, is that damage for SSR Halo? I wonder. I'm looking here. He does have part of his front wing end plate missing, and he's gonna be surely gonna
squeezed around his outside, but
look at that.
By side in the middle sector. This is carnage.
This is indeed
absolute carnage.
Oh, and look at that. Fimpas is losing at another place. The difference between the compounds is massive. He's losing place after place, and is that Hickley goes? Oh my goodness! No, that's Teddy and Zach is Beast making contact. There is. Oh, look at that! They make contact again, and it's the Ferrari of Zach Beast lagging and coming into the pits. This is absolutely, this is mayhem.
Was there a bit of lag for him? Was there a bit of lag?
I mean, on my screen, yes, there was. Oh, is Owen Howe? Is that Owen Howe leading the way, or is the game glitching?
Owen's in P2. Owen's in P2. He got past Leah. But yes, Owen has made a great start, and Fempest, I did say that he could be really struggling on his mediums, and that's exactly what's happened. He's dropped back so many places. He's lost so much time, and that's the risk that he has to take, with his medium compound tyres at the start, and it's cost him.
Indeed, mate.
It's cost him big time, and maybe he'll come back later on in the race, but what this does potentially mean is that he could be under pressure from cars behind, and Owen, if he's quicker than Alan, could potentially get that victory he needs to keep this going until Brazil. As it stands, Fempest will be champion, but it's not going to be as simple as that.
Yeah, let's look and see how this thing plays out. Yeah, we will have for just a few seconds the graphics, but that is not a problem, as we see here both the Alfa Romeos fighting it out. Darren and SLR Leah.
I wonder whether they let Darren
changing places.
Maybe they try and catch up a couple of places.
Okay.
I've just seen Owens absolutely rinsing his ERS to stay in the DRS of Alan. He's going full send, is Owen. He wants this victory. He wants it really badly, and he's fully on it.
Doesn't. Look at that. Oh, look at the Hayes. Oh, Hayes and SLR Teddy making contact. Hayes. Oh my goodness, look at that.
They're going to be going side by side in the middle sector. Teddy is absolutely sending it. They're giving each other room. They're giving each other respect. They made slight bit of contact, but Teddy takes the place.
Oh my
Teddy
goodness.
has had an absolutely unreal start to this race.
That is it.
He has decided that he is just going to go, and he is just going to lunge wherever he possibly can and make whatever possible moves he can. This is racing, and Teddy is up 10 places. He's got a completely fresh sets of tyres, so he's going to be quicker than the guys ahead of him, and he clearly has pace around this track. Teddy is an outside contender to get a podium this race, I think.
Wow, Teddy, can we see that today? Can we see that from you, Teddy? Please show us. But I'm looking here, and is that a penalty for him?
That is a penalty for Teddy, yes.
That is not great. Oh, the
what is potentially great for Owen? What is potentially great for Owen is he's in the DRS of Alan. He's got a lot less ERS than Alan, but I do think Owen's got a bit of pace here.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Alan is under pressure. If there's a definition of what under pressure stands for, that's it. Look at that, Owen Howe just behind him, right on his gearbox.
That's Teddy's trying to move on batters as well.
Ooh, Teddy, not again, Teddy. Come on, mate, just just chill for a second, please. Look at that. This man is on a run, and now I believe all the graphics are back to normal. Everything that I need is working great. We can go back to the race. Time penalty for Hayes, and now into turn 12 we go. Look at how close it is. We're gonna keep an eye on the battle for the lead though. Alan is in first place. He has Owen Howell just behind him, and in a second we could be seeing a change for the lead of the Grand Prix. Into turn 1 we go. It's the longest straight of the Formula 1 calendar, and there's a lot, and there's plenty of meters for this man Owen Howell to go for the move. Into turn 1 he's gonna dive down the inside, and it's gonna be wheel to wheel, but who's gonna come out on top? No, Alan fights back. Alan is not gonna give the position that easily, but Owen Howell says it does not matter. Owen takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and look at Alan. This is those times when the perfect camera angle comes. Alan is just behind Owen, and now, I mean, I believe the idea changes here. Now it's Owen under pressure.
Yes, Owen made a great move on Alan there. It's just quite a simple DRS move, but Alan tried to fight in the first couple of corners, and Owen said no, and Owen has taken the lead. But Alan has a lot more ERS than him. Alan's maybe just biding his time for later on in this race, as now Badder's booked up a penalty. But also we missed Teddy get past him as well. Teddy's now to P5.
Teddy!
Owen has said in the chat, absolute picnic for Owen. Yeah, he's picking off people one by one.
Evo goes 9 fastest as well. Look at Evo going ahead of the Williams of Jurassic Blaze. And you see it here, it is absolutely brilliant how things are going. Oh, look at this, side by side, and now there's a change for the lead, Sam. Ooh, look at that. Now the leaders are now Alan ahead of Owen Howell. Is that a strategy though, as Darren's gonna join the party? Ooh, could we see a three-way battle here?
Three-way battle, well, hey. Took the words right out of my mouth, mate. But yes, we absolutely could. Owen has used a lot of his ERS. Alan hadn't used as much, and it was just easy pickings, really. Owen made his move last lap, but I think Owen kind of needs to think about his race here. Darren has certainly managed his race very, very well. Lost a bit of time in the first couple of laps, but is now right back into it. And what a prospect we have for the rest of this race.
Absolutely. Let's just go on board now with Darren. We're going to jump on board with the Alfa Romeo. He has the perfect place to watch this battle. He has the VIP pass to watch one of the greatest battles in the history of the sport. Owen Howell and Alan. Who's gonna win the race? Well, we're gonna find out only when those drivers cross the line, because the strategies are gonna be all over the place. Let's see what they do. Darren rounding the final corner, gets a good exit. Let's see if he can get anywhere near the top 2. Look at that exit. Look at that straight line speed. Oh my goodness, using all of his ERS. Into turn 1 we go. It's gonna be a side-by-side wheel-to-wheel battle for second place. Who's gonna take it? Darren with the momentum down the inside as they plunge down towards turn 2. Who's gonna be in second place? Wheel-to-wheel through the corners 1, 2, and 3. But it's Darren who's ahead of Owen Howell, and with the DRS, there's nothing Owen can do at this moment. And wow, currently Alan leads ahead of Darren and Owen Howell. Wow.
Yes, this is Owen. Well, that's the price he's paying for having a bit lower ERS in the top 2. He's clearly got a decent bit of pace, but just meant that it says reason retirement. Oh, it's in the pits from Alpe. But yeah, Owen.
Alpe retired.
Yeah, he retired in the pits. Yeah, Owen. Yeah, paying the price for his lack of ERS, and Darren was easy picking. He was easy pickings for Darren. He was easy pickings for Alan. And now he's going to struggle to stay in the DRS of these two here now.
Exactly. Back to the battle here for the lead of the Grand Prix. Alan is in first place. Darren is again on his gearbox and just on the DRS range. Let's see if he can take the lead of the Grand Prix into the end of the straight. Apparently he won't. And the car of
I think
Alpe
Fempest might, though. I think Fempest might take a position on Hayes. His medium tyres are now working. This is now where Fempest fights his way back.
Yeah, here we go. There's another position change here. Evo ahead of Blaze. Jurassic Blaze is gonna Well, is it just for me, or is it the audio of the car is not really appearing for me? Oh, now it is. Here we go. Evo is now ahead of Blaze, so the fight is gonna be on here. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different teams in the top 9. So wow, good stuff, I must say. Now, let's just take a look. The battle for P1 is still on, but Sam, look at Teddy. Let's take a look at the position changes here. Teddy moved up 11 places. Excuse me. Can someone please stop this man? Wow. He's in a set of softs here.
He's had an absolutely outrageous start as Owen has come in for a very early stop, as Alan has as well.
Well, this is the predicted time for those drivers to come into the pits. I would be expecting that. And let's take a look. Owen Howell pits. Alan pits.
At how early that is, though. Like,
yeah,
they might potentially encounter traffic, and well, sure, an undercut's powerful here, but so's fresh tires. So very fascinating.
Exactly.
See how this one plays out.
Apparently both of them will come out.
Hicklin.
Well, I mean, yeah, Alan only has Hicklin ahead of him, so let's see if that's gonna compromise his pace. Now we're just waiting on the other drivers, and you might be wondering how much time you lose when you come into the pits. Around 23 seconds is the time you lose when you come in. So let's just keep an eye on that. And now the gap to the leader. Here we go. Can we have that on our screens, please? If I say please, does it work? Yes, it does. Here we go. Look how close it is. You can clearly see Hicklin is going to be under pressure now. He moves out the way. Or does he? He's going to be a little bit on the way. Alan might have lost a little bit of time.
Yeah, a bit all over the place in the middle sector. Hicklin really struggling.
Darren pits.
And now Alan and Owen are right on the back of him. Alan, of course, has got past, and Owen's got to get past this flat. Very important for him to do so.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the time now for the pits. You see a lot of drivers pitting. Where's Owen Howell going to come out? Oh, as he overtakes Hicklin, he's going to move up to 8th place, and look at that. Darren's gonna come out. Is he ahead of Owen? Into turn 1. This is gonna be super close. Into turn 1 we go. Who is gonna be? Oh, they bang wheels. It's medium tires versus soft tires, and oh, you don't know how much the Alfa Romeo needs to get that position. Darren, he's gonna be ahead into turn 4. No, he's not. Oh, and he's gonna fight with all the tools he can possibly use.
Owen does not need to fight this hard. Darren is going to be someone that he's going to be getting past later on this race. Darren is going to do a soft medium here, and well, as Alan's just picked up a penalty as well, but yeah, Darren's going to be a lot quicker than Owen at this phase of the race, but later on in the race, Owen will be the quicker driver. He's got to stay in the DRS of Darren. Use his soft tyres to good effect, as Leah's got a penalty for speeding in the pits.
Oh no, Leah, what have you done, Leah? Speeding in the pit lane, got a ticket, and now is gonna serve 5 seconds in the end of the race. But let's see where he's gonna come out. We see Blaze pitching as well. You see everyone who's pitching. Owen Howell is gonna be behind Darren, who is now ahead of. Let's just take a look. Hicklin is gonna come out. Where is the Leah is gonna appear for a set of softs. So Sam,
Teddy jumped Leah as well.
Ooh, Teddy, haha, Teddy. He's just telling everyone, I'm really fancying that Driver of the Day award today, isn't he?
He does have a lot of penalties, though. I must say, like, obviously, you don't want to spoil his charge, but I think obviously Teddy is a very quick driver, but there's another reason he's so fast, and that is because he is just sending it with absolutely nothing to lose, and he's sending it over the corners as well.
Oh, Teddy, come on. Do you know how many penalties he has, then?
9 seconds.
Ooh.
But yeah, now he's making a move on Hicklin, potentially.
Oh,
yeah, that's relatively straightforward
he does
move.
here. I'm taking a look here at his teammate, Alan, struggling to get
go on,
past
one with
Lee
Alan and
Mans.
Darren. Yes.
Ooh, let's just go with him. Lee Mans is on a set of mediums as well. And, well, Alan on a fresh set of mediums. No problem at all for the Racing Point driver as they go down into turn 1. And as the 3 drivers plunge down the hill, here we go. Is that Darren up into 4th place as it is. Clears the traffic. And now Darren is in, I should say, the perfect place to chase down Alan and fight for that place that is so important. Let's see if we can take the lead here.
Every lap that Darren spends behind him is going to really compromise his race, as his soft tyres, he's got to make the most of them now. He does look quick, but Alan's going to have that advantage later on in the race. Darren's basically just pushing him around these next few corners, though.
Indeed, look at that. And that is not good for Darren, because Darren should and needs to overtake Alan as soon as he can, because, well, when Alan is on the slower strategy, he's going to be on the faster strategy. But at the end of the race, Alan is going to be flying. He's going to be all over the place, and Darren does not want to be behind him when that happens. Let's see if he can do anything about that. Into turn.
Alan loses the back end slightly.
Oh, look at that. Can we see a move? Into the final corner we go. Is Darren going to have a shot at that 3rd place, which in no time at all will turn into 1st place? Into the DRS zone we go. Is Darren going to go for the move? He's in the perfect place, in the perfect tire compound. As we go into turn 1, Darren moves up to 3rd place and brakes very, very hard indeed to get that place. And now I believe he should be pulling away in no time at all.
Yes. Alan's got a bit more ERS, so maybe he can stay in the DRS of him. But yeah, I mean, a question I wanna raise is, where's Fempest going to fit in all this? He is. I wonder whether he's doing potentially a medium hard strategy, maybe trying a 1-stop. If he does try a 1-stop, then he could potentially be ahead of these 2, and they could be chasing him down at the end of the race.
Yes, and me particularly, I'm not sure if the hards are the best tire for this track. So Fempest, if he doesn't pit around, let's just take a look at Fempest, what he's doing here, as the battle is still on here.
Can you see his tires, maybe? Can you see how good his tires are?
Let's see if he allowed me to do that. Let's take a look. Fempest, did you allow me to see your tires? No, he didn't, so I cannot see his tire compound. Well,
that was a weird one.
Exactly.
That was a weird one there. I've just seen Owen was trying to get past Menz, but then Menz pulled off into the pits ahead of him, so Owen lost a bit of time on him there. It's a bit weird.
Indeed, indeed. And, well, here we go, lads. Here we go. Fempest leads the way still. Of course, there are people that still need to pit. Let's take a look at the pit stops. Well, the top 2 haven't pitted. Hickley did not pit, and also Halo. Blaze is going to move up a place. Let's just take a look here at the back. What's going on? There's a little battle going on. Or am I just losing my mind? I thought there was a battle happening.
Teddy, Owen, Leah, Hayes are quite close to each other.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Ooh, here we go.
Owen's going to be under a lot of pressure here soon. Teddy will have the DRS, and we know that Teddy will try and move whenever he possibly can.
Exactly.
But then Leah and Hayes are going to be charging on the softs behind them.
Fempest pits.
Fempest does now pit. Yep. It's quite early.
It is.
Assuming he's going to softs, as I've just seen Owen's picked up a penalty as well. Yeah, he is going soft, so he's going to probably go medium, soft, soft.
Man, I could be wrong, but it shows to me that it was a 1.6 pit stop. I think it was just probably a little glitch with my timings here. There's no way that it was a 1.6.
Teddy versus Leah.
Teddy versus Leah. Into turn 1 we go. Let's just take a look. Where are they? For some odd reason, oh, look at that. What is going on? Batters is tangling there with Hickley. What's happened there, Leah? He's losing place.
Leah went off, but it's not Teddy.
What is going on with Teddy?
Teddy paused it to record something, I assume, but...
Wow, what is going on with Teddy? He paused it. I believe he was Yes, indeed, I do believe
Probably
that could be.
recording a clip.
Ooh, a little bit of.
But yeah, Teddy and Leah. I saw Leah kept his nose in. Teddy then kind of. No, I think it's like I don't know. They kind of just went off the track, each other, and yeah, they just kind of came together a bit, and that meant that Hayes picked up the pieces.
Let's take a look at the strategy here then. Well, Darren, Hayes, Leah, and Fempes are all on a set of softs. This is the time for Fempes to shine. He needs to go for it now. He can't wait anymore. Let's just take a look. Blaze is fighting there with Men's. Let's take a look at that then. Where's Blaze? Where's or am I losing my mind? Oh yeah, they're battling.
No, Blaze is fighting with Men's, but
okay.
But I'm looking here, and Hayes could potentially be getting quite close to Owens soon. Unless Owens maybe got a bit more pace in the mediums than Hayes has on the softs.
Yeah,
but still, I think having a look still, the race leader is still DRT Evo. On his debut, he's running very, very well at the moment.
Even though he, I believe he hasn't pitted, or has he? Let me just take a look. He hasn't. The only driver, along with Beast and Halo that haven't pitted. So, as I go now with, I believe Hayes is losing a little bit of pace compared to the McLaren over Owen Howell. But at this point of the race, Alan is in a good position because Owen is in 4th place. Not really.
Evo's still staying out.
Who? Evo? He should be pitting. Let me just bring this up. He should be pitting around lap 16. Let me just take a look here. Around lap 16 to 18. That is the strategy expected.
But here comes Fempes on Leah. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. Into turn 1, Fempes. No trouble.
Through.
No problem at all for him. Look at that.
Fresh softs is going to make absolute light work of everyone ahead of him at this moment. This is where his strategy comes into play. This is where he's going to be quick. He lost a lot of time at the beginning of the race, but now is where he pays it back on everyone else. Here he comes.
Here comes there's a train, of course, forming up here. Evening all, how's it going? Says B-Run. Oh man, that name is just too complicated. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. He says, good evening all, how's it going? It's going great, But let me tell you something, it's going even better for this man. SLR Fempes diving down the inside into turn 12. We don't usually see moves here. He's gonna go for it anyways. He's desperate to go for moves. He's going for it all over the place here. Down the inside, round the outside. Does not matter for this guy. And into the final corner we go. He's probably gonna be taking that 6th place in a few seconds, but he's struggling, Sam. I'm looking at the back of his car.
He's got hardly any ERS.
Exactly. He's using too much, isn't he?
Yeah, he tried to move on Teddy, and Teddy fought back and kept the position, but when he could have quite easily got Teddy on the straight, so he's clearly got the pace here on these tyres, but he's perhaps struggling a tad to kind of make his way through this traffic.
Exactly.
As Darren got past Evo.
Darren
is leading the race by quite a decent amount.
Playing around here with the timings, but look at that. The battle is still going on. Teddy and Fempes. Who's gonna come out on top here? Even though we see Teddy on a set of mediums. This is why Fempes is so desperate to get the position, because well, Teddy's on a set of mediums. He knows that he needs to take the. He can't afford to be behind him the whole race. He's gonna lose so much time. And tell you what, he is losing time indeed. There's a yellow flag. Who's that? There's a spin, isn't there?
Yes, I think that was. No, I think that might have been SLR Bunny just letting people through.
Oh, okay.
I think that was maybe a bit of.
Oh, yeah, I saw Haas there and I was confused.
But here comes Fempes on Teddy though. This is round 2, I believe. Yes, good evening, beer and kebab. It is going well.
Let's take a look. There's another battle here going on as well. Oh my goodness, Fempest cannot overtake Teddy. Doesn't matter what he tries to do. And because of that, Teddy, even though he has a couple of penalties, I should say, he's really doing a nice job this race. TIR Hayes is all over the back of Owen Howell on a set of softs as well. We have two situations here. We have two soft runners who are trying desperately to go for the move on those medium runners, and it is just not working.
That's what I was talking about at the start of the race. That's what I was talking about at the start of the race, just how difficult it is when you're in the traffic to get through. And Fempest is kind of need to make his move to keep his position early on in the race.
He's going for it.
Into
turn 12. We go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The racing point give him no space at all, but he's going to dive down the inside and go for it. He got it. He got it,
That is a great forceful move. He broke late enough so that Teddy had to concede the place, and he was well enough alongside, so he was entitled to do that, and he moves up into P6. Class move there from Fempest.
Well, Fempest did what he had to do. Now it's your turn, Hayes. Now it's your time to shine. Go on, lad. Oh, not lad. Sorry.
Lads.
Go on, go on, girl. Oh my, that was so cringe.
Get past Owen,
to turn
maybe.
4, to turn 2 we go. Who's gonna take 4th place? I wonder. He's gonna be. He's gonna be defending from. It's so confusing. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to this stuff. All right, give me a break. Hayes is trying so hard to get the place on Owen, but it is just not working. She's trying all she possibly can, but it's so hard.
Got a lot of ERS though. Does have a lot of ERS, and that's going to help for later on in the race. Don't know why she's not using it, to be honest. Like, if Owen's easy pickings, then that could definitely help her later on in the race.
Indeed.
She's under pressure from Fempest.
But let me tell you something.
As Evo's just picked up a penalty.
But she
and Darren's now on the back of Evo.
I mean, Sam, she needs to use it. She has a guy that's, ready to become champion right behind her. She needs to. Oh, she gets a penalty. My goodness, why would I say that? Oh my goodness, and as she pits now. She's pitting now on lap 21.
Yeah, gonna probably go from set of mediums to the end, I reckon. Ooh. They will go. And that undercut could be valuable. And I wonder whether Evo is trying to stretch this so he can go on a set of softs. If Evo stretches this and goes on a set of softs to the end of the race.
Wait,
set of hards for Hayes.
Wait, why? Ooh, I'm confused now. I am confused. Leah, 8.5 pit stop. I believe he had to change his front wing. If my timings are not wrong, Hayes is exiting the pits as well as Menz is now ahead of Zaki Beast. Oh, look at that. Oh, 4-way battle. Look at that. Blaze touches the back of Zaki's Beast, and his teammate is gonna move herself up into 10th place, and she got the place easily. Oh my goodness, Beast making contact with him. A lot of contact, a lot of incidents here.
Fempest has a penalty, and that is everyone who is in the session has a penalty now.
Ooh, everyone?
Yeah, Morgan is the only one without a penalty, but of course Morgan is not racing.
Okay, I'm on board now. It's Fempest versus Owen Howell. Fempest.
Darren now pits, presumably for a set of mediums. This is going to be Darren's final pit stop.
Indeed.
But here we are, Owen versus Fempest.
Owen versus Fempest.
Fempest is going to track down the inside, I think. Is Owen going to go defensive? Fempest has hardly any ERS. Owen has a lot more. But look how powerful that DRS is. Going to try up the inside. Owen's not really got any tools to fight with. And yeah, the move is easy for Fempest. He's up into P3.
Oh, but that flashing.
And Evo is still going.
Evo?
Evo is on his 22nd lap on these medium tires.
Oh, unfortunately, I can't get his tire condition. Let's see if I can get it from anyone.
They're definitely not 100%. They're definitely not going to be at 100%.
Indeed. Do we have anyone? Oh, Batters.
I think
Batters
Evo could make it to the end if he pits this lap, and I think Evo could probably potentially play himself into the race with P1 here. You can make softs last 14 laps. I think Evo should roll a dice here and should try and see if he can take a fresh set of softs to the end of the race. absolutely nothing to lose for Evo. Alan's pitted, presumably for a set of mediums.
Here we go.
And here we are. Evo is now in. I wonder whether Evo is going to go. I hope Evo chooses a set of softs. There we are. Yes, that is what we like to see from Evo.
Let's go, Evo.
Aggressive to the max.
Let's
Evo
go.
is right in this race. I think Evo can win this race. On a one-stop medium soft, Evo can win this race.
Wait. Oh. Hold on a second. Am I saying this right? There's no way. There's no way Evo's gonna do that. I was like, this guy is crazy. What's he on about? He's destroying his race. All of a sudden, boom. He's gonna go touch for the win? Wait, on his debut? Okay. Please restart the race. This is not fair on the commentators. We cannot. We just can't commentate that type of stuff. It's crazy. SLR Teddy's on the back of Owen Howard as well. Teddy could move up another place. Teddy, I mean, who's gonna win this race? That's the question. We're getting ready for to see the likes of Fempass and a couple of drivers to pit around lap 26 and go for a set of softs and go to the end of the race. That would be the default strategy. Maxwell says really enjoyable race to watch so far. I mean, same. A really crazy race to watch so far. This is amazing stuff. Owen Howe is gonna stay out, and wow.
Oh, there's something I should point out. Alan went for the soft medium. Look how much Darren has a lead on him, and he's only got 1 lap older tyres.
Oh,
I think Darren's just thrown away a chance of winning.
Look at Teddy. Sorry, mate. Just usual.
Yeah.
Just the usual happening. Just Teddy moving up a place. Never mind. You can continue. And
Just
him getting a penalty. It's just the usual.
Another penalty. The usual. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Owen is fighting back though. Whoa, Owen rounding the outside, going all the way around into turn 4. Is he gonna take it back? Oh, the back wheels!
Teddy spins!
No, Teddy! No.
And now Owen's kind of a bit spun a bit as well.
They make contact, and surely the stewards will have. I mean, the stewards will definitely be quite busy after this race. And Evo getting the fastest first sector as well. Evo is flying. Where did you find this guy?
I don't know. He's just here. He's just going very, very quickly on a set of softs at the moment, and it's kind of all to report from Evo. Just giving it absolutely everything, but Fempest extending that lead on his softs is kind of just showing just how powerful that strategy is. And remember, he was down to about P8, P9 near the beginning of the race, and is going to have a fresh set of softs and freshest set of softs near the end of the race, and is going to be absolutely motoring as Evo sets the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, Evo, come on, mate, come on. Just wait. You know, you can't have your first winner in your first race. Come on, man. Now we see.
I think it's maybe a bit unlikely, to be honest. I think Fempest is in a really good position as well.
Ooh.
As Teddy is now making it past Owen this lap.
Oh, Teddy is fighting back.
As Owen hits the back of him, but yes, Teddy takes the position. Owen picks up another penalty.
It's a very aggressive battle between them, isn't it? I mean,
yes, it is.
Wow.
And Darren is now right on the back of the pair of them. They've got an entire pit stop here to Darren, who's absolutely motoring along in this race.
Wow, Zach Beast is moving up to 12th place at lap 25. Fempass could be pitting this lap, could be choosing to pit the next one though. So it's all on him. Let's see what he's gonna do. Now
as Owen loses the back end again, he's really struggling on these tires.
He's pitting. Here we go. Fempass pits. This is the time of the race that you guys have been waiting for. This is it. Who's gonna be winning? We're about to find out. He comes into the pits. Oh my goodness, there's a racing point coming. Is he gonna get held up? No, he won't. Good for Fempass. Teddy pits. Owen Howell pits. Darren is the new race leader ahead of Alan and Evo. But
Evo's now making a move.
Evo is making a move. Evo is up into 2nd place. Wow. I can't believe my eyes. That is just some crazy stuff. As you see, batters pitting as well. A lot of people pitting. What's great about the two-stop strategy. The races are just so much better, at least in my opinion. Oh my goodness. And Evo gets the fastest first sector. This guy is in another league, isn't he?
Yes, this is a really fascinating end to this race. As Hickman has just left the session. Guess I'll give Hickman an invite back.
Okay. DRT Evo on his debut started 13th. We were wondering, okay, this man is not really having it, but moved up 11 places. Great stuff. Batters is gonna come out in P10. Let's take a look at what the Ferraris have been doing. Let's take a look at what Blaze has been doing here. Trying to defend from Leah. Leah is right on his tail, on the side of his car, and in 1 second, ahead of his car as they go into turn 12. A lot of moves happening through turn 12, so that is quite, let's just bring it back again. Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, yes. you know it. And I'm looking at Alan here, though. Before I even talk about him, I mean, he's quite a long way ahead of Fempes, even though Fempes is flying, though. But, Sam, can you give us an update on the, if you're not busy, of course, on the updates on the top 10 and their penalties?
They all have quite a few, and I don't really want to spoil it for the top 2 or 3 in case they get close in battle. Because I do believe that Evo will be quicker than Darren at this phase of the race.
Do you want to just hide it and like we find out whether?
Let's find out. I mean, I know what they are myself.
You can't do that to me, Sam. Oh my god. Okay. So let's just pretend there are no penalties. And please let me know if the leader, I mean, is gonna lose the lead after the penalties, because I don't wanna, you know, just let me know if the leader is actually gonna win if he finishes that position in the final few laps. Okay, great.
Yeah. All I say is that Darren's in a really good position at the moment. Darren is in a really good position at the moment.
You can't say that. You can't tease me like that, mate. Come on. I'm looking at Alan, though. I'm looking at Alan. He's on the back of Evo. Evo and Alan, both on different tire compounds. Evo is... Oh, so when Hao now gets the fastest lap of the race. Here we go then. The McLaren showing some pace, and himself and Teddy really fighting it out. But the racing points after the penalties, I don't know how this is gonna finish, but so far, what a race for the racing points. Like I've seen in the chat a couple of seconds ago, up the racing points. And so we get another time penalty. So many penalties here in Mexico. Alan gets one as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're all adding up, really, but yeah, this is going to be a fascinating last few laps of the race. Evo's not quite had the pace on Darren I thought he would, but it's holding in a bit on the Alfa Romeo driver. Driving very, very well as Evo. And it's just kind of come completely out of nowhere for Evo, really. Just that complete risk on the strategy call to take his mediums that long, and then going on the softs to the end of the race, and suddenly is able to get pretty close to maybe even the race win. Could be on for a podium there.
Well, Teddy's on for 5th place then, as he moves up into 5th, and Hayes lost 1 place, and at the end of the straight, there's nothing that she can do.
Hayes is allergic to using ERS. I mean, Hayes is definitely allergic to using ERS. Hayes is on 80%. Owen and Teddy are on basically none.
I mean, the hard compound as well.
Using it.
I mean, I believe if of course, I'm not sure if she has a fresh new set of mediums available for her, but I mean, the mediums can last to the end of the race, the lap that she pitted. As Darren gets a time penalty, so many penalties, I'm all over the place. I'm literally all over the place here. Penalties everywhere. You know that meme? Lewis Hamilton just throwing the fastest laps? Do that with penalties, and that's this race. Alan now on the back of Evo, and we could be seeing a position change for 2nd place here, Sam.
I think Alan is, to be honest, I think he's just using Evo to get onto the back of Darren. He's on the mediums and has 1 lap fresher mediums than Darren does. Although Alan might have used them in qualifying, so I don't know. But yeah. Alan is trying desperately to, as I say, cling on to Evo, as Evo does have the pace to catch up to Darren.
6 laps to go in this Grand Prix. We'll be fighting out who's going to be
One thing
winning.
I'll say with penalties, Alan and Evo have the same number of penalties.
Oh.
This is a proper fight for whatever position.
Oh, come on, mate. You can't do that.
Will this be a three-way fight for P1 with Darren as well? Darren is saving his ERS, but I've just seen his fuel light come up.
Ooh, okay.
I've just seen Darren's fuel light come up.
Okay. Sam is the hype man for this race. All right, let's just say it that way. Evo, oh my goodness. Evo is, okay. Evo is in second place, trying to defend from Alan lap after lap, 6 laps to the end of this race, and if Fempes finishes in the place that he is right now, he will be crowned the champion of Season 6 here in Division 2. Let's see if he's going to be able to do that, and I'm looking at everyone else at this moment as we just take a look at Alan, and as he chases down the AlphaTauri. Let's just take a look at the names of the top 10. Darren leads the way ahead of Evo, Alan, Fempes, then Teddy, Owen Howell, TIR Hayes, Leah, Batters, and Lee Mans. Batters is another driver that I want to talk about. I mean, first race too, finishing on the points. That is quite impressive, isn't it?
Very solid drive, yeah, that is a very solid drive. Although considering his starting position might be a little disappointing with it, if I'm being honest. But here we are. This is going to be a three-way battle for P1, and this is not a top 3 that many people would have predicted. People are saying Fempes was going to win this race. People are saying that Owen could be a contender for this race, but the person who's the main contender for this race at the moment is Darren in P1. The RT Evo with this absolutely mega soft compound tyre spin. Going to be quite tight on tyres near the end of the race, I'm sure. Is really motoring along and is potentially going to be within striking distance on the next lap. Darren has started using the ERS, but still has the fuel light flashing up.
Okay.
Darren is going to have absolutely nothing to defend with here.
Let's
but
go.
Look at Alan. Look at Alan. He's really close.
I'm not only looking at him, but I'm also on board with him. He is indeed on the back of Evo, and into turn 2 we go. Like you said, I'm looking at the amount of ERS that he has. He has over 14%, over 20, I would say. That is not much. Let's just compare that to Evo. He has a little bit more, but not a lot. And Darren seems like he has been saving a little bit, but they don't have too much ERS to play with here, so it's going to be quite even between them. But look at that.
Yeah. Evo, I think, made a mistake. He's lost quite a bit of time to Darren. He was about a second back, but is now 1.5 seconds back.
Evo and Teddy both moved up 11 places. Surely going to be contenders for driver of the day.
Oh, as Evo picks up a penalty.
Ah, that's not good. That is not good for Evo. That is not good for Evo. But that is good for Alan. On board with him again. Let's just see what he can do here.
Does Alan now realise he might have better tyres than Evo? Is Alan going to try a move here? Evo's softs look to be dying quite a bit.
Oh, but every time we get to that straight, the light is flashing. But this time, it doesn't matter for Alan as he goes and just breezes past the
and he's going to catapult
AlphaTauri.
himself. He's going to catapult himself up to potentially challenging Darren here. He's going to have the DRS for the following straight.
Indeed.
Could be moving near the DRS of Alan here. The gap's less than a second. Here we go.
Okay, look at Owen Howell going very wide indeed, chasing down Teddy, fighting for that 5th place. So look at that 3-way battle for the win of the Grand Prix. This is like Cars the movie. Look at that 3-way fight for the win. But the top 3, Sam, I can give an update on the penalties of them, just so I can. Oh. Come on.
No.
Oh.
No. We want to see this fight.
Come on. Okay. So you guys are clueless just as much as I am. Alan is ahead of Evo.
As Darren runs quite deep there. I think this could potentially cause Alan to get close enough to maybe try and move. It's clear that Darren's feeling the pressure here. Darren's using a lot of ERS. Alan's using a lot of ERS though. Evo's stuck with them. As I said, Darren's fuel light is still flashing. Alan's getting so much overspeed here. Can he potentially try and move into turn 1? No, he's not close enough.
Oh my god, let's see. They are close. Yes, indeed, they are.
It's all about this exit.
Look at that exit by Alan. And look at that exit. You see now, the flashing lights are not on the back of that racing point. Now, we see that flash, you know, the top 2. And I'm seeing Evo there with, he's managing his yard as well. This is lap 34 out of 36. So we could be seeing a move happening here. We could be seeing Evo fighting for the lead as well. It's a 3-way battle for the lead. And let me tell you something. Usually when I commentate here, for some odd reason, we see with the battle for the lead going down to the final lap. Could we see that today, Sam?
I think it could do. This is all about the final sector. This is all about the final sector from Darren. Alan is right on his tail. Oh, but runs quite deep himself. Made the same mistake as Darren did the previous lap.
Let's go now, Sam.
Darren sorted out his fuel. No, he hasn't. He's got a flashing light again.
Oh, now I believe only Darren has a flashing light. The flashing light is going to be the story of this race, and now Alan he's going to try to maintain himself here. Lap 34. Next lap will be the last one. Sam, we will be finding out who's going to be winning the Grand Prix and the championship. Here we go, the time that we've all been waiting for. But this is not going to go down to the final lap, I believe. Darren is going to try to defend because Alan is going to throw it here. Into turn 4 we go. He's going to go all the way around, wheel to wheel for the lead of the Grand Prix. They bang wheels. They made contact, but he's not going to give up that easily. He's going to do everything he possibly can. Oh, elbows out here in Mexico, and this is what I call great racing and great drama. Only 1 lap and a half to go.
Yes, this is all about this final sector now as we're going to enter the final lap. Alan, you could argue, he's the driver with the advantage. Can he take the lead into the final lap? Darren has defended resolutely, though. He's defended so well. But then, of course, a big hand to Evo. He stayed with them despite being on these old softs. But here we go. This is the final lap.
Here we go. The final lap of the Grand Prix. Alan has nothing left. He's going to throw everything he has into turn 1. Alan leads the Grand Prix on the final lap of the race as Leah gets a time penalty. Evo is going to just watch this battle right behind him. And, well, I don't know the penalties. I'm going to be finding out who's going to really be winning this race. It's a mystery. I don't know. Evo has nothing left as well. Oh, he's going to try to do something here for second place. Not gonna work. Alan leads the race. What a fantastic performance by Alan. What a brilliant performance. From pole as well.
Yeah, from
genius
pole. From Alan, I have
absolutely
to say.
Brilliant.
Genius from Alan. Genius from Alan to stay with Evo on his soft tires and then use those mediums to good effect at the end of the race.
Exactly, and well,
as Alan's putting away so much on Darren. Darren's tires are absolutely dead at the moment.
Here we go, Alan. This is the final lap. He is through the final sector. This season, this is gonna be his second win if he crosses the line and stays first. He will cross the line. Let's see. Everyone, this is the moment. Rounding the final corner. Is he gonna win it? He's gonna cross the line first, but who's gonna win it? Cross the line. Darren is gonna take first and wins the Mexican Grand Prix. And Finpass is gonna finish on the podium as he becomes the champion of Season 6. Congratulations to Finpass as their celebrations in the Mercedes garage. He wins the championship and is the winner of the Division 2 here in Season 6. Brilliant stuff. Alan started on pole, finishes second place, but Darren finishes first place here, and that is it. And that is it for Alan. Brilliant performance by him. What a driver. What a fantastic driver here. And that is his first ever win here in Summit League Racing. What a lad. He must be enjoying that a lot. Finpass finishes on the podium, so we will be having a little chat with the champion. Finishes third. Evo, what a brilliant performance as well.
For me, Evo is my driver of the day. Evo made a one-stop strategy work and finished fourth. Sure, he had a lot of penalties, which did ultimately compromise his drive, but that absolutely fantastic tyre management from Evo, and a fantastic P4 position for him. He'll be very, very happy with that result, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It is time now, lads. It's time to vote for driver of the day. Who do you think is the driver of the day?
Panther, if you've not seen the graphics, have you not seen the graphic of Dorsey being crowned champion? He did most definitely win the championship today.
Well, I mean,
and he got on the podium, so we're gonna find him in here.
Exactly. He is a champion. He is the, well, I mean, what can we say about this driver? But the man, the two drivers that I mean, this podium, what a podium. What can I say about these three drivers? I have just so much to say.
It's such a weird race as well. That's what I just got to say. Like, Darren made the soft, medium work. Three different strategies for P1, 2, and 3. And P4 with an even more different one stop. What a weird race. What a weird race.
I mean, the Champions League finals will be starting in a second, so let's just try to make this quick. Let's just not waste any time.
No, I think we need to go with these interviews. P2 first, P1 second, and we need to end off with P3.
Okay.
We need to end off with the champion.
So, can I have a little chat with the champion, and then you talk to the top two? Is that fair?
Okay. I'll start off with Alan, then we'll go Darren, then we'll go Fanbest. So starting off with Alan in P2, well, you got the win on track, but of course that one extra penalty to Darren cost you the victory. Are you happy with P2? Are you a bit disappointed with your penalties? Do you feel like you could have done any more that race? Of course, there was all these different strategies that were in play, and it looked like you could have potentially got the win, but just missed it out. Are you happy with the podium?
Yeah, I'm happy with the podium. I couldn't do much more, to be fair. I mean, I tried to get past Darren before the last lap, and I just couldn't do it. I was battling from turn 1, is it turn 4? I think it is.
Yeah, we saw.
And it was unreal, to be fair, but it's best I could have done. I can't happy with P2.
Yeah, great drive from yourself. We saw interestingly, like, we were expecting most people to go on the softs at the end, but you elected for the mediums at the end. Did you see when you saw the lead that Darren had, and you only pitted one lap later than him? Did you feel like you could close him down? Obviously, you did in the end, but does closing him down give you satisfaction as well? Even though obviously it has not meant that you have won after penalties.
To be fair, Darren's a fast driver, so yeah, of course. Like, he's not slow. So, but ideally, I did want to go to the soft at the end. But my mediums just was terrible on tyre wear. I couldn't keep them for much longer. So that's why I went to the mediums to the end. So that's what I've done.
Yeah, great drive from yourself though to get P2. Now on to Darren. Obviously a Chelsea fan, I'm sure you'll want to get going relatively quickly. So first of all, congratulations on your maiden victory.
Okay.
Second of all, well, far from simple affair. Talk us through your race.
It's like ideally didn't really have a great quality. Like the 14.2 what I did was on tyres but were 0.8 slower. So then, but lucky enough, got past Tempest and that because I got Leah's slipstream. Then didn't know what was happening though with Alan and Owen. They just seemed very slow for me, and then got past them. And then they got past and I'd go, and then set the end and was going flat out really, and then the tyres was just done.
Yeah, of course. We saw you obviously get overtaken by Alan near the end of the race. Was there any doubts of you maybe picking up one more penalty? Because ultimately that's all it was, the one penalty, and you'd lose the race. Or was it just about managing the race to the end, kind of let Alan and Evo catch you up a bit and then get them in the end because you knew that they had more penalties than you?
I was main half keeping some ERS, like I was avoiding letting them pass till I knew they wouldn't pull 3 seconds in the end, because they was going to be quicker to stop in a couple, 1, 2 laps later, and just once from that second to last lap you got past, it's just like there's no point trying to get back past. He's not going to pull 3 seconds unless I make a mistake.
Yeah, great. But yeah, great drive from yourself to get your first win. And congratulations. And now over to Matt for the champion SLR FemPest. I'll have a quick word. Well, I'll have a quick line for myself. I think the word we can use is imperious. I think is a good word. Ever since the first race, FemPest looked like he would be the champion. Absolutely class drives pretty much throughout the entire season. Little bits of blips here or there, but has always been the person who has been at least in P2 in the championship, but mainly throughout most of the season in P1. And that has ended with him becoming a champion. I don't know whether you did win a championship previously in Division 3 or Division 2 some point previously in your career. If it's your first championship, then congratulations. But yes, over to Matt for more questions. But yes, congratulations to FemPest for the title.
Exactly. Well, with this driver, with this legend, with this beast, I mean, I gotta hear from him, mate. 7 wins this season, 10 podiums, 5 pole positions. Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, the Lewis Hamilton of Division 2. How do you feel? What does this Division 2 championship feel for you?
Yeah, it's great. I'd rather you call me Max Verstappen though. We don't like Hamilton. Hamilton's he's an idiot, so call me Max Verstappen instead. But yeah, no, brilliant, and yeah, well happy with it. It's good to get it done without having to go into the last race with a bag of nerves. You know what I mean? So yeah, well happy with that.
Exactly. Well, I believe it's time for the finals of the Champions League. So this is not the only champion that will be crowned today. Is it going to be Chelsea? Is it going to be City? Well, we will be finding out. So should we go now, Sam? Should we all watch the game?
I just wanted to ask FemPest about his season. I think he is owed a bit of time. Obviously,
No, I don't know if it's up to you, FemPest, because I don't know if you are.
We can go watch the game. Everybody knows who the champion is. It's all good.
fair enough.
Fair enough then.
That's the,
I mean,
there we are.
cock
That's your
yourself.
final.
Okay.
That's the final line.
Okay then. Okay, let's all watch the game then. So, before we go, congratulations to FemPest on winning the championship. Congratulations indeed. Now, thank you, Sam, for being here with me today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And, well, I'll probably see you guys next week for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It should be a great one. I'll see you there.